My mom is famous for her Gajar ka halwa, and today she's gonna teach us all how to make it. We're gonna start out by grating some washed and peeled carrots, and I highly recommend you use your food processor for this. And you wanna make sure you don't use the pre-shredded carrots. They don't have enough carrot juice and your halwa just won't taste the same. We're gonna take all of our grated carrots and put them into a large pot. Then we're gonna make a little hole in the middle and add in just a little bit of water. And then we're gonna cover and cook this on medium-low for about 20 minutes until the carrots have fully softened. And you can check if your carrots are cooked by taking a little piece and squeezing it between two fingers. It should break very easily. And then we're gonna start adding in our sugar, and if it looks like we're making a large quantity, that's because we're making a triple batch. And then we're gonna start stirring the sugar in, but we only want to stir it into the top layer, and we don't want the sugar to go all the way to the bottom because we don't want it to start to burn from the bottom. And then we're gonna go ahead and cover and cook for another 15 minutes. After about 15 minutes, all of the sugar will have completely melted, so we're just gonna give this a little stir, and then we're gonna go ahead and make that well in the middle again. And then we're gonna add in some cardamom powder and a little bit of butter. Okay, it's a lot of butter, but that's what makes it taste good. Then we're just gonna put the lid on so that the butter can quickly melt. Once it's fully melted, we're just gonna keep that lid off, and then we're going to fry these carrots. Now in Urdu, this is called bhuna. We're really just going to cook them until there is no moisture left at all and that the butter begins to separate from the carrots. This should take an additional 15 to 20 minutes, and once that butter separates, your halwa is completely done. But we like to take an additional step and adding in dry milk powder. You're gonna take that milk powder and we're gonna pour it all over our carrots, and then we're gonna stir it in. But when we stir it in, we do it with a very gentle hand. We don't want to stir too much. In fact, what we want is little clumps of this so that when we eat it, it tastes like little bites of koya. Once it's all stirred up, we're gonna put the lid on and we're gonna put your halwa on the lowest heat setting, and then we're just gonna let it steam for about 15 minutes. And remember how I mentioned that we're making such a large batch so that we can freeze this? Well, the best way to freeze it is by portioning it out into 1 serving containers, and the best way to do that is by using sandwich-sized Ziploc containers. They last up to 3 months in the freezer. I really hope you give this recipe a try, and as always, don't forget to like, follow, and share.